Pleased to meet you. This is Fixed and Folded, the knife review channel for the casual knife collector. I'm Cody, and I'm going to be reviewing the Civivi Vexillum extra large folding knife. I was being good with my money, and I ended up buying a couple of these. So I guess this is a new model because I haven't seen it before. And you've got a G10 diamond shaped aggressive gripped handle here. It's aggressive but not abrasive to the hand. You've got deep carry Civivi pocket clip with the pronounced bill, and because the handle is quite thick, it actually doesn't create a hot spot in my hand. If you do have a hot spot, you can always just bend this down with some pliers. That'll fix the problem. You've got excellent fit and finish, perfect blade centering on both of the models from the box, including the two that I handled off the shelf, and so you're going to be pretty safe getting perfect fit and finish, even if you order this online. You have a really well designed everything, really, but the really well designed flipper tab. It's not sharp, and you can do push button where you virtually push it right in, maybe down at a bit of an angle, or light switch. So you can kind of push it, that's the push button, or pull it down, that's the light switch. It's kind of squared off, and it's not, it's doesn't really poke out much, so it's subtle, but you've got a little bit of jimping. Think of it as like a rounded off, like a circular deployment. That's essentially what you're getting, but it has a little bit of a catch here, but because it's squared and not circular, but it doesn't poke. So really well implemented. It's on bronze washers. You have great pronounced spacing for the thumb studs. You can thumb stud deploy it any method you like. You can do the nail flick, you can do the inside of your thumb, you can do the meat of your thumb, and it's hard to describe the detent. It's not nothing, but it's somewhere between light to medium. I'd say light medium. Like if this is a steak, this is a medium rare detent. So it's not going to come open accidentally, but it's also it's not firm, not stiff. The action out of the box has been fantastic. It's just dropped shut. I just let it drop on my thumb a little bit from the liner lock, and then it just releases the rest of the way. So really nice action. Once you get past the initial ball detent, about here, it's just going to just drop shut. Really smooth. Again, this is an extra large design. I've got plenty of real estate. I have extra large hands, 3.5 inches here, 4 inches to the palm, and plenty of extra space if I want to wear gloves with these. So if you have really big hands, bigger than mine, this is going to be no problem. You have a harpoon style blade shape, which is a saber grind with this extra lip here for really design. It is a medium to thick blade stock, which suits the size of this knife perfectly. And boy, this almost feels like a convex grind. I didn't check that out, if it's going to be a flat. I'm going to say probably this is a convex grind, or like a flat grind. Regardless, it's really slicey at the cutting edge, And it's a cool stylized taper. You've got a lot of different angles and stuff coming down here. I'm trying to find out if it's pretty much okay. So you get full thickness until the last third, and then it tapers down to a needle point. So piercing and slicing is going to be excellent with this. You have an unsharpened swedge on the back, and what this design accommodates is a little finger rest for draw cutting or just doing some fine work with the tip. You can see my finger rests perfectly in there, provides a little bit of, ramp if I'm doing some fine work piercing with this, and a little bit of ramp here for draw cutting, just to rest my finger on for doing some draw cutting, and it looks cool. Harpoon blades look cool. You've got some useful jimping here for the finger forward position. Very comfortable, generous space here. For my fat sausage fingers, I have no risk of sliding forward and getting cut on here. Perfectly fits in there nicely. A little bit of jimping here for the flipper tab. It's mild jimping, not aggressive. This jimping is on the aggressive side, but it's not uncomfortable. So it's going to help provide traction for your thumb in the finger forward position. Hammer grip is very comfortable. This is hammer grip. Hammer grip, very comfortable. Saber grip, really comfortable. Thumb forward saber grip, really comfortable. Finger forward grip, really comfortable. You've got a backspacer with some jimping here that's aggressive feeling, but at the back of my palm, I don't even feel it. Really, the traction is provided by the sides, by the handle here. And you get a secure feel, but again, it's not abrasive. It's like a sweet spot between being really practical, useful traction without being abrasive to the bare hand. And there's no jimping along here up until the backspacer. And there's some jimping on the liner lock access area, but it's only felt when you're actually using the liner lock. It's really smooth all the way down here. Really comfortable, really practical. Great blend of utility and design. It's not so plain that it's boring, and yet it's not so overstyled that you're gonna, only want to pull it out to impress people. Nitro V steel is a good budget steel to mid-range steel. Nitro V is really easy to sharpen, and you can put a nice fine edge on it if you want. It's comparable to 14C28N, a little bit less edge retention than 14C28N, but again, decent edge holding for EDC use, and put a nice fine edge on it if you want. Easy to sharpen. Price on these is, I paid $145 for each of these at House of Knives in Market Mall, Calgary. If you can find these on Blades Canada, the prices are going to be about the same. This is exactly the same as this. Same materials, different finish. This is more my style. Like, I could kind of, use this if I'm really discreet. In a pinch, I could use this in public, just because it's a flat color. It's not going to attract too much attention. But this one is more beautiful, more collectible, but the shiny blade, like a fishing lure, is going to attract people's eyes, and I would not take this out in the mall to open a, cut a tag or whatever like that. I mean, this is so big, shouldn't do that either. Wait to get into my car to, cut the tag. of my shoebox or whatever. But probably, just opening something, you could get away with it if you're really discreet. This one is beautiful. Holy cow. Beautiful blue G10. Blue into black fadey pattern on here. And you've got a nice satin polish Nitro V blade. This is going to be for my friend for a Christmas present. This is more his stuff. But I had to get both because they're both really, really my style, for a design. And really comfortable, really smooth action. This one even is a little bit smoother than this because of the blade coating. You've got a nice flat tactical blade, non-reflective blade coating on here, and it provides a tiny bit of resistance, barely noticeable when opening and closing, but this is like so nice. So nice, right out of the box. That is nice. With these satin finishes, it's going to catch fingerprints more easily. It's going to require more upkeep to keep it nice and shiny. Just, take your microfiber cloth and wipe it off more often, where this one is a little more utilitarian, everyday, use and go. It doesn't keep the fingerprints on it as much. Boy, these are going to get a high mark from me for about 145 Canadian each. Nitro V G10. The weight for a knife of this size is a medium. You do have milled out liners on both sides. A little bit less for the liner lock deployment side and a little bit more milling on the back side. You can see there it's fully skeletonized on the back side and partially skeletonized on the front side. For a knife this size, the weight is medium. I'll do a quick size comparison. To start with my medium size knife, which is the Benchmade Bug Out. I call it medium because I have extra large hands and yet there's still some space on the back here. So I can get full purchase. We go up to skip a size to extra large. This is the CGRB Pyrite L. So this is going to be, you start out medium and then you go between medium and large. You're looking at Spyderco Tenacious, Benchmade Griptilia, and then you go large, which is like Spyderco Paramilitary 2, Benchmade Freak, Benchmade Super Freak. And then you go to extra large, so Benchmade Adamas, Spyderco Stretch, CGRB Pyrite L. And this is in the same category as the Civivi, oh God, what is this called? Vexillum? It's a weird name. Civivi Vexillum. This is in the same size category. The blade length is a little longer on here. Handle real estate is going to be the same. Overall length, this is a 1/4 inch longer overall, but this is the same size category of extra large knife. This one is going to be more robust. This is designed primarily for EDC. This one, you can do heavy duty stuff with this, I'd say. This one, you want to don't go above medium duty, light to medium duty with this. You can see handle thickness is more robust on this. Blade thickness is going to be thicker. So a little bit more heavy duty, a little bit more cool, that's not a good descriptor. A little bit more, hard use potential for this knife over the Pyrite L. But man, this is a great EDC knife. Just so easy to go into your pocket. But this one, you can kind of do a lot of, this is a great all-around extra large knife that you can just feel like if you got to cut something heavy rope or something, you feel really prepared when you carry this guy. Okay, so Civivi Vexillum 145 Canadian Nitro V Steel G10 liner lock, excellent fit and finish. For the price, this is A plus for me. And then this is just beautiful. Same price, difference of $2. This was like $143. This was like $145, something like that before tax. These reach $150 after tax. So yeah, man, close to 10 out of 10 for the price for these. A plus rating from me. If you got big hands, man, hard to go wrong with these for the value. If you're okay buying from a Chinese company, and I buy from everywhere. I'm happy to buy Canadian, I'm happy to buy Norwegian, anywhere. American, Japanese, China. Just if the value is going to be decent with the materials and the styling, I will buy them. So, Civivi Vexillum. Beautiful harpoon blade, beautiful styling, great value. Okay, that concludes my review for the day. Have a wonderful weekend. I will maybe talk to you soon if I end up buying something new. Okay, take care.